Hi, this is Auntie, and I am out here to do a review on A Night with My Ex, Season 1, Episode 3, Baby Bomb. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. For all my new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. Auntie appreciates you. And I am so glad that you took the opportunity to join the family. And to all my nieces and nephews who've been with me from the very beginning and for a long time now, I thank you and appreciate you. Y'all know I do. Thank you so much for making this such a fun adventure. And I don't know. Thank y'all so much. But anyway, we're going to go ahead on and get into this episode before Auntie gets all emotional. Anyway, the next couple we see is Rob, and Rob is a African-American guy. He is nice looking, he's accomplished, he has put his career first, and he was dating a young lady by the name of SHIRVONNE. SHIRVONNE is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But the both of them are just such a cute couple. But anyway, I digress, okay? So, you know, they come into the house, and of course, like the premise of all the other shows, they have to make a decision on whether or not they're going to be together. They had, a year ago, they were living both in California, and he decided that he was going to go to New York and live his life. And I'm sorry, she ended up leaving New York and going to LA to live her life. And she wanted him to tell her to stay. How many times have we been through that in a relationship with a man who won't make a decision about what it is the hell he wants to do, whether he wants to marry us or not? And sometimes we have to end up losing in order to win. You know, that reminds me of a song that Fantasia sings. Sometimes you gotta lose to... Anyway, I'm going back down memory lane. Back down memory lane. I see him standing there, such a happy, happy pair, and long beyond compare. Look at there, look at there. But anyway, so they come into the house. Of course, they have to make a decision about what they want. Both of them are in love with one another. It is obvious by the way they talk. He wants her to give up her career in California and move to New York to be with him so that they can start a life. And she basically really wants the same thing. But she doesn't want to give up her career because she stayed out there. She went out there to start a career, and she doesn't want to give that up just for love. But she has a secret. So anyway, they come into the house. You know, they greet each other. There's not a lot of animosity. There is some uncomfortability because they both have an agenda, but there's no animosity with this couple. He says, I know what you want, boo. You want some pizza. She's like, yeah, boo. So, you know, he made sure that he had the refrigerator stocked with the stuff that she wanted. He put a California pizza in the oven and everything to go ahead on and cook that and prepare that for them. So they start talking and they reminiscing, and he apologizes for the things that he has done in the past, and he tells her he really wants to be with her and she wants to be with him. He wants to load her up with alcohol and, excuse me, different stuff like that, and she's not drinking because she's pregnant. She is to find a way to tell him that she is. See, 4 months ago they had hooked up. And when they got together, they had sex. And she has discovered that she's pregnant. And so now that he's pouring out his heart, and he's saying that he loves her and he wants to be with her, she has this secret that's inside of her. Like, I mean, literally, the secret's inside of her. And so she listens to him as he pours his heart out to her. He tells her that he has something for her. He runs upstairs and he gets a little Tiffany bag. He puts it in a box and he brings it down the stairs. And he presents it to her. She opens it up and he tells her, it's not what you're thinking. It's not what you're thinking, SHIRVONNE. And she like, well, damn. After all this time, he can't make a decision about marrying me. Why not? So anyway, she opens it up, and it's a Tiffany key. And he says, I want to give you the key to my heart. That is one thing that I never gave you. I wasn't serious. I wasn't ready to settle down, but now I am. I ask you to forgive me, and I love you, and I want you to move to New York so that we can figure this thing out and have a life together. And she said, and she says, yes, I think, maybe. And he's like, maybe? He has this champagne bottle in his hand, and when he says that to her, the top goes off, the cork pops out, and boop, and all of that. They like, whoa, But she's like, I have to make a decision based on how he feels about what I'm about to tell him. And so she finally gets up the nerve when they sit down at the table to have their dinner, because he had ordered some food, to tell him that she was pregnant. At first, he doesn't believe her. He's like, how could she be pregnant? How could you be pregnant? You're not pregnant. Your stomach is flat. She's like, no, my stomach's not flat. It looked pretty flat to me, girl. You got it going on. So he gets up from the table. She shows him her stomach. He says, you poking it out? She said, no, I'm pregnant. He is absolutely elated by the news that he is going to be a dad. So you're having my baby, and it means so much to me. There's nothing more precious, hey, than to raise a family. Okay, so I was like, well, y'all go ahead. And so he's elated. He's like, okay, how we gonna work this out? My family's gonna be excited about it and everything. Oh my God, this is like the best news I've ever gotten. But at the same time, they have to make a decision about what they're gonna do. So of course, we got the fantasy bed. She sleeps in the fantasy bed, and they get up in the morning. He tells her how beautiful she looks. She loves it. She's a cute girl. He's a cute guy. And she makes a decision to stay with him. She makes a decision to pack up all her stuff and take her and her baby to New York to live with him, to be with him. I thought that was such a good episode. I know that a lot of people have asked or have made comments and said that they believe that this is staged. Well, if they staged it, it was a wonderful love story, and I enjoyed it. I liked it. They have since done a follow-up, and they are still together in New York. She is now 4.5 months pregnant, and they are doing great. They are figuring it all out. They're in their apartment. They're getting settled together, and I think that it is a happy ending. Rob and SHIRVONNE, congratulations on getting back together. So I guess this couple's having a night with my ex can really help or hurt, some people. Thank you all so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye. So you're having my baby.